Good morning, everyone at Mohonasen High School staff and students alike. I again have a very special guest with me today. So we are welcoming Mrs. Sachs, who teaches FACS, and we're going to talk to you a little bit today about food and nutrition. Good morning, Mrs. Sachs. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Chandler. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks so much for joining us. So we've been doing these segments just kind of about wellness in general, and we've talked about the importance of gratitude as that relates to mental health. We've talked about physical activity and exercise as it relates to not only physical health, but also mental health. And then our next thought was to talk a little bit about food and nutrition, because on the days that I'm home, I find it sometimes kind of a challenge without having that regular routine and that regular structure. It's pretty easy to reach for all the things that people should not be eating, I think. So what are your thoughts about that?
Well, when we talk about healthy eating, healthy choices is really what I want to get into. Choose foods that are nutrient dense versus empty calorie. You want foods that have carbs, protein, fat, vitamins, and minerals versus those foods that just make us feel good because they're really sweet with refined sugars. So I want to address 3 points: carbohydrates, vegetables, and calcium. So we know the guide about My Plate and eating healthy with whole grains, lowering our fat, make half our plate fruits and vegetables. But what about carbs? Carbs is your body's main source of energy. They help fuel your brain. The body breaks carbs into glucose, which is your fuel for your brain. So you need carbs. Now is not the time to give them up and go on a high protein diet. Fill yourself with carbs, but make sure that they're good carbs. We want carbs that are whole grains. They're filled with fiber and B vitamins that help convert the food into energy that your body needs. Vegetables, yes, you have to eat your vegetables. Vegetables also have fiber. Fiber slows down the food in your tract, so it gives you kind of that full feeling, so that you're not eating so much all the time. It also has, I'm sorry, I got off track. So can I delete that part?
Yeah, they can edit it out for us.
Vegetables are also filled with fiber as well as vitamins A and C. Vegetables also have what we call phytochemicals. Those are plant chemicals that actually have been shown to fight cancer and to help build immunity. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium. Vitamin D is also showing great progress in preventing infections as well. Here in the Northeast, we need about 400 international units, which you can get from a daily multivitamin. You can get it from eating fish, cheese, dairy, eggs, orange juice. It's also found in milk. Sunshine also can give you vitamin D. So improving your immunities, vitamin D is key there. Vitamin C also boosts immunity. Citrus, fortified juices, broccoli, strawberries, green peppers. Lots of studies done with the effect of vitamin C, mega doses of vitamin C on illness, or at least slowing the duration or reducing the duration of that illness. There's some studies out there that I haven't done too much into because they're only recently in the past couple of weeks about coronavirus patients getting large doses of vitamin C, mega doses. Our body needs 60 milligrams a day, which you can get in a glass of orange juice. We're talking about 2 or 3 grams a day. So that they're seeing promise in that as well. Vitamin A also supports a healthy immune system, protects your eyes. It's an antioxidant that fights cell damage. Think orange when you're talking vitamin A. And I'm not talking Syracuse orange, go SU. I'm talking things like carrots, butternut squash, grapefruit oranges, apricots, orange peppers, things like that will also help to boost the immune system. Another thing that kids often skip on is calcium. Now, you need your strong bones. Calcium is important for keeping your bones strong. You're putting down stores now while you're young. Some people put stores down until their 20s, even into their early 30s. So it's important not to skip some source of calcium. You need 3 glasses of milk a day. There's fortified juices with calcium in it, cheese, yogurts, even some breakfast cereals have it. So those are the choices that I want you to make.
So those are great. And I'm just thinking about what about the kids out there that say, well, okay, those things, they don't taste good to me. And I really am looking for, pretty much every day, especially now that I'm home, I want those comfort foods. Is there a way that you can take those comfort foods that kids are used to, that maybe they're even preparing for themselves, and is there something you could do with them to incorporate and make them a little bit more nutrient dense?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So again, we're talking about choosing wisely. If you're looking for something salty, instead of potato chips, you got whole grain crackers right here. They different flavors. That could satisfy that desire for the salt. If you're looking for something sweet, how about a sweetened breakfast cereal? Just eating it, out of the box. The Cheerios, the Honey Nut Cheerios, or the Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, something like that. But again, everything in moderation. Chocolate. Everybody loves chocolate. Well, you don't have to eat 6 candy bars. You can have a small bite of chocolate, half a candy bar, but then eat an apple, or eat the apple first and then see if you're still hungry for that. Comfort foods, kids love pasta. Pasta is great. Pasta is made with semolina. It's a hard durum wheat. It's high in fiber. It's high in protein. There's nothing wrong with it. But instead of just eating a pound of pasta, saute it with some vegetables, maybe some broccoli, maybe peppers, onions, whatever you like. Chicken parm is another one. Chicken parm with pasta, great. Make your own tomato sauce, though, using crushed tomatoes. Don't add sugar. Saute or bake the chicken rather than fry it. Cheese on top, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a my plate meal right there. I love mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, nothing wrong with it. Portion size is important. It makes me feel better. One of the kids suggested mashed potatoes. Try mashed sweet potatoes instead. There your vitamin A goes up. Brownies. Oh my gosh. We had a student in adolescent psych a couple years back that found a recipe for zucchini brownies, and the other 3 kitchen groups didn't even know the zucchini was in there. It was so good. If anybody wants that recipe, email me. Pancakes. Pancakes seems to be another favorite comfort food. You can use applesauce instead of oil. You can add half whole wheat flour instead of using 100% all-purpose flour. You could mash bananas, make banana pancakes. You could put bananas or strawberries on top. Just think of some way to add that health factor to it. There's plenty of gluten-free choices as well to eat healthy. The grain bowls, you can pick your grain. Quinoa is basically a seed that is eaten like a grain, but it's a complete protein. It's a plant-based protein for people who don't want to eat meat, and that's fine. Add a vegetable to it. Pick a vegetarian protein. You could have chickpeas or black beans in there. Anything. It's high in fiber. It's high in nutrients, and it's another example of a healthy choice.
That's great. I've picked up some great ideas from our chat this morning. I want to thank you very much for your time. Hopefully everyone else out there in the YouTube universe has picked up some tips as well. We want our students to make healthy choices during this time. So please, kids, make healthy choices, and we will talk to you soon.
So long now. How was that?